well, 8 years, no, 8 years, the next year will be 9 for me. In the 8 years that I've been doing this, I think there's only 2 times that we were very close to actually hitting the budget. And one time we actually thought we were going to go over budget, but we actually didn't. We came in at just like $1,000 under. But normally with our budgeting, we usually are coming in somewhere between 10 and 20,000 under budget. So, you know, all of the people in town that work for the town and control monies in the town really work hard not to try to spend every dime just because it's available to them. You know, we're not like the federal government. If you spend it, you lose it, and we're not giving it to you next year. So they go out and buy stupid things. I remember when I was in the Marine Corps, and I was at the 12th Marine Corps District stationed at Treasure Island. It was time to end the budget. We were getting ready to close out our budget year and go. My commanding officer, I was in charge of the motor pool, told me to go buy everything I ever needed for those cars. We got car covers, we had cases of oil, it was ludicrous. And that was because they didn't want to lose their funding, so they had to spend all of their money, almost down to the dime, in order to be able to get that money again next year. It's crazy.
In order to justify it.
That's right.
There was a military budget.
And I'm telling secrets now on camera, so.
I won't tell mine, but I've got some on budgeting.
Oh, yeah.
But just
Good night, Ron.
in line with the budget, could we have a second budget work session to wrap it up somewhat on a week from tonight?
So that would be the 15th?
Yep. Because we made good progress.
I think so.
We were here from 7 until 10:20, and we got through the entire budget, and now we have to whittle it down. I'm just looking at.
I will. I need to check my work calendar to see
Okay.
what I've got going that
I'll
night.
just say it's we're looking at it, and if we do, we'll post it.
But I think so, yeah.
Okay.
So the 15th of November at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Next Brookfield Selectmen meeting is November 22nd at 6:30.
Isn't that like the Tuesday before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
I thought which one are we, oh no, that's
Christmas.
the Christmas one we're
And
forgoing.
if we wanted to, we could firm up a date there, but let's give it another meeting. We're down to the mail.
I've got a comment.
Certainly. Public comment.
Way back when,
You-
before you sold that truck, there was a question about keeping the insurance on it. Now that it's sold, we were to drop the insurance.
Yes.
I was going to drop it.
Okay.
That was one of the things I meant to ask tonight. Thank you, Rich. Thank you.
Drop it.
Drop it.
I'm not insuring somebody that is driving the truck that don't belong to the town no more.
Ed, what you got?
Carroll County Commissioner meeting tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., so you can see how the budget process works. They're still trying to decide if they're going to tear down the unused wings of the old nursing home. This, of course, will be, again, 8:30 tomorrow a.m.
You know,
This year
let
last
me ask
week.
you a question.
Or last
Could you give
week.
us the date for that, for people who watch your tape
It's every Wednesday, 8:30 a.m.
every Wednesday? Okay.
Could I ask you a question about that? You know, our jails are overcrowded, right? Frequently, they're releasing prisoners because they don't have space for them
Not up at Carroll County.
within the state. Just, you know, that old nursing home, perhaps that space, you know, you have some people that are guilty of
White collar crimes.
white-collar crimes where you don't have to really lock them up quite as tight. Maybe they could find some use for that space versus tearing it down.
Rented.
Office space.
They're moving the
Lease it to the state.
They're going to move the cooperative extension to the core, but they don't know if they should just mothball the wings, use it for storage, or tear it down. And the delegation is, the next delegation meeting, they will hash this out, because they just found out it's going to cost, I think it was $240,000 to demolish and then wall up the areas to use the core. And if you have any comment about this, you can submit it to my website, and I can certainly read out your question.
No, it's just, you gotta be there.
Well, it's on videotape too, so you can watch it.
Okay. Rose, you got anything? Right?
No.
Mary Lou?
No.
We'll
We'll
go to
do
the,
the
we'll go to the
Are you
mail.
gonna put a link to your website on the town website?
I don't think that's appropriate.
That's not appropriate.
It's not,
Just a link to it?
should be kept separate. It's separate and independent.
His website is not officially sponsored by nor approved by the town of Brookfield. And if we put a link on to his website for that, then that would be like sponsoring or approving his website. And because he's a private entity, we can't do that. Liability issues.
And the Department of Transportation went around the state holding public hearings, and they're down to their final two, but the final two are in, basically Concord.
Would that be the GASSET meeting, the Governor's Advisory Commission on Intermodal Transportation?
This GACIT,
That's
Government
GASSET.
Advisory Commission on Intermodal Transportation.
If anybody would like to see what a GASSET meeting looks like, there's a full GASSET meeting on my website. It's on the page for GASSET. And it was the one that was videotaped down in Rochester. And it's pretty sobering to see how much money is not coming back to the state from the feds to help our red list bridges. There's a lot of them.
Yes.
So that video is actually on my website.
Are you going to review the minutes or save it for the next meeting?
I didn't know, Clifton, do you want to review the minutes for?
Good night,
the-
guys.
Good night.
Night.
November,
Here's my changes.
I'm
No,
sorry.
we have